What's up, fam? Welcome to Off the Reservation, a show dedicated to hitting you right in the fields. I'm your number one wizard, Mal.
I'm El.
And I'm the son of Picasso.
We're back.
And we're back. We're back in the saddle again.
Yeah. I guess maybe we want to take a second to explain our little hiatus there.
Yeah.
We went radio silence for a couple weeks, almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah, and you know, I kind of feel bad about that because
we are. Yeah, we want to apologize to our listeners
because
very important to us.
Yeah, well, we had Indian Market come up, and I think we had alluded to that the entire time.
Yeah.
And we had every intention of bringing you guys along for the ride, but
it was really cool to document a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, we did end up getting some good stuff. You guys are gonna
get to see. So,
and we will be eventually releasing that.
It is, it's coming.
It's in the editing stage.
Yeah,
and it actually the videos because you did share those with us, and it looks really cool, really awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's just kind of going to be a cool little look into that world that people don't often see or know about, you know. So, yeah, you guys have that looking for something to look forward to, and we'll get that out to you as soon as we can.
I just want everyone to know that we didn't forget you. We kept you in our hearts and minds the entire time.
You were there.
You were there, right there,
right there,
right there,
and here,
and right, maybe in the back.
Yeah. Because, shout out to.
Yeah. So we want to do a couple of shout outs because we met some awesome people at Indian Market who just so happened to listen in.
Yeah.
Alberta Nels. She met son of Picasso and me, and I think did she talk to you?
No, I didn't meet Alberta, but her and I we exchanged some messages, previously. So she was reached out to us and told us a little about her story and how much in common we all had, which is really cool. So shout out Alberta. It was good to Malachi and son of Picasso. We're excited to meet you. So it was cool to meet someone that said, "Hey, I listened to your podcast."
I know, that was so weird. I was like, because I started geeking out because I was like I was more of a fan of her than I felt like she was of us. And I was like, "You listened to our show? Oh my gosh!" I gave her stickers and stuff. So if you ever see us in the wild, just know I'm gonna try to give you stickers.
Yeah. If you ever meet us, we've got them.
Probably.
Yeah, hopefully. And then who else? There was one more.
And then this week we also met Andrea So, also known as So Strong on Instagram.
Yeah.
And she was really cool.
Yeah, you had a chat with her for a bit, and she was looking over some of your
my Bogarts.
Your Bogarts, yeah.
And her thing is she's a bow hunter. She shoots bow. Yeah.
It was really cool though to meet a few people, and Market was really great. And like we said, we've got some stuff that we're going to be showing you guys. So it's going to be really good.
You'll be seeing that soon.
But first, we're going to try something a little new here. This is going to be the news of the world. News. Native work in progress on the name. Okay, but the point is, we've got a few little news clips. We're going to call it
Newsies.
News. Cue the music. Newsies. All right, guys. First, our first little clip, news clip we have here for you. Actor Irene Bedard was arrested for disorderly conduct in Ohio. Yeah, I know. She was, and what sucks is all the headlines posted it as Pocahontas star.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man. But she was arrested. Police were responding to a report of a woman was reported lying in a bush. And when the police arrived, they found her in a parking lot. And after trying to get her some help, they ended up having to arrest her for disorderly conduct. But, Irene, we are big fans of yours, and we are rooting for you. And we hope you are able to make it through this time.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, she was in a bush. She was obviously tracking something, She was on the case.
Oh, man.
So also in other news, let's see. In Michigan, there's going to be, a launch pad. There's discussions for a launch pad being constructed in the a Michigan Upper Peninsula. The neighborhood is fighting back against this proposed rocket launch site. The residents have cited the following issues: water quality, protecting Lake Superior, habitat impacts, light pollution, noise pollution, quality of life. I mean, I guess it's not so fun when your land is being ravaged, you know? Like,
no, really though, it's like, okay, well, we had the pipeline, you know,
Yeah, the
a few
pipe-
years ago, and everyone was like, just let them do it, you know,
just let
it's
them
like,
do it. It doesn't
It's
matter.
American.
Nobody's-
It's anti-American.
Yeah,
You don't
but
want
it's like,
to-
oh, hey, now we want to put a rocket launch site in your backyard, and they're like, no,
no,
we can't
no,
do
we
that.
can't do that.
quality of life is
Like,
Quality
and,
of
and
life.
the article I saw this from was PBS.
Yeah.
and I saw the person who actually who they interviewed.
Yeah.
Don't want to name names,
Right.
but he was like, you know, I spent all this money to buy this house. I was a doctor for so many years. I saved up that money, and then I spent large amount of money on this house. I
weird,
didn't.
huh?
I didn't spend all that money just for me to have a rocket launch site in my backyard.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so because you spent large amounts of money, you know,
Yeah, it's just, it's obviously there's a disconnect there.
whereas like natives have been fighting for hundreds of years to protect the water that they drink, you know.
Yeah, and their land for
Yeah.
all of those reasons that were listed there.
Exact
You know?
same
Yeah.
same reasons.
Yeah.
Doesn't
All
feel
right,
good,
man.
does it?
It doesn't feel so great.
So everybody saw the movie Prey that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
So we want to say a special congratulations to the team and the star of Prey. The new installment of Predator movie debuted on Hulu and had some of the biggest numbers the streaming service has ever seen. Yeah. The movie is set in the 1700s and follows a young Comanche girl played by Amber Midthunder, who encourages the strange new predator in the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super crazy, man.
Yeah. It was a good movie. It was a
Yeah.
really good movie. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. Prey was really cool. It's on Hulu. Congratulations to the team.
See-
Highest numbers in Hulu's history, I think.
Yeah.
Like, what's crazy about it is I actually met Amber before Prey came out.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so you know how on like Family Guy, like we always like love to like do cross references.
Yeah.
You know how like Peter's like sitting there and like he's having a conversation with like as one of his jobs, and he's like, "Is Dylan McDermott as nice as everybody thinks he is?" Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Yeah, he is," and he's like, "That's nice. That's nice."
That's nice.
Yeah, like quite literally, like she is the nicest person. Like Amber Midthunder is just as nice as you would think
Yeah.
in like real life. Like, yeah, they're really good people. So,
Like-
Nice.
So when I was younger, like her mom was working as out of Santa Fe doing the was it where I don't know, casting. She was doing a casting, and I remember one day, like this was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I doubt anyone would remember, but I went in for an audition, and her Amber Midthunder was reading opposite of me, and I was like, oh, this is cool, you know.
Yeah.
And none of us like really knew of each
Yeah,
other
yeah.
or anything, and now to be like,
Up and comers.
hey,
Yeah.
you read lines opposite of me. That was really
we
cool.
read together.
I've seen
Yeah.
you a few times.
Well, hey, congratulations to those, all of those people on that production. It was
Yeah.
really a great movie. Check it out, guys. Cool. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the rest of our show. All right, guys. Welcome back to Off the Reservation. Thanks for listening in to those
Yeah,
fine messages.
the messages in the middle. What were those messages?
I'm not sure. We might not have any messages. I don't know.
those subliminal messages.
Cool. Hey,
So now that you all got your Dr. Pibb,
yeah, Dr. Pibb. Oh man, Mr. Pibb is the worst. It's
What? No.
is
Mr.
it nostalgic?
Pibb is the bomb. Mr. Pibb is the bomb.
Oh, you prefer Mr. Pibb over Dr. Pepper?
I don't really like either of the two, but if I was given the choice, I would have to choose.
Oh man, we better just steer clear of this because this is only.
This is a whole
cause,
nother episode.
if this is our last episode due to descent over the Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb,
Mr. Pibb controversy.
yeah, it was a good ride, guys.
I appreciate you guys.
We had a good run. But yeah, you had our topic for today.
Yeah,
man.
actually,
take us there. Take us there,
so
Skitch.
the other night my wife was making dinner, right? And the kids all come running in, and
Her
they're
food
like,
is
"Dad,
amazing,
What are we
too."
gonna watch? What are we gonna watch? Right? And like they just couldn't wait to see what was like streaming on Netflix and just have a good family time.
Yeah.
And it just like took me back to that nostalgia of like playing outside with your friends. Your mom's cooking like spaghetti dinner, and then you're gonna get to watch like your favorite show. It's just like that sense of stability and just cool like family dynamic that just made me like feel that nostalgia for.
That was when like
Yeah.
that was when like shows were big, like TV, like
Yeah.
actual.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
before streaming, so like you couldn't just like turn on your TV and watch whatever you wanted. It was like
The
it's
world
not like, hey,
before
what's on
internet on my
Netflix?
TV.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
had to like wait for
Every
like,
week for your show to
night.
come
Yeah.
out or whatever, or even reruns or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Everybody had TV guides to like it was even before they had the like actual like
Yeah.
the
The
channel that like
TV guide
the
channel.
preview
TV guide
cha-
channel,
yeah.
yeah. So you had actual TV guides and stuff. But yeah, you had to know when your show was coming on, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
It's hard for a kid who couldn't tell time.
Dyslexic kids.
Was it 6
Us
o'clock or
public
was
school
it?
kids.
I missed it. It was at 6. I thought it was at 9. Oh man. Well, so what was that show for you? What give us your top shows
Oh
here.
man, like so when I was growing up, it was Wonder Years. Like Wonder Years was
Fred Savage.
yeah.
Fred
Yeah.
Savage.
He's in some hot water now. But let's talk about the simpler times. Fred
Simpler
Savage, Wonder Years. Wow, I don't think I've ever really watched the
You've
Wonder
never seen
Years.
the Wonder
No,
Years?
yeah.
Well,
was it
what's
about?
horrible is like going back and watching it now. Like
Uh-huh.
I tried to like rewatch it as an adult, and it
just wasn't
it
that-
didn't cross over
Yeah.
well. But
It follows his life as the kid, right?
Yeah.
Is it like I've heard that it's kind of like the Goldbergs? Have you ever
Yeah,
seen it?
kinda.
Okay, so it was kind of like that.
but not so comedic.
Yeah.
But what's funny is like my son loves the Goldbergs. It's his
Oh, okay.
favorite show to watch. So it's
I like
kinda-
the Goldbergs too. Yeah.
Yeah, Goldbergs is good. But yeah, so all right, so Wonder Years. You were a
Yeah.
big Wonder Years fan.
And then
When did that come on? Do you remember? Was it like Thursday? One of those like Thursdays shows? Those big.
It was probably
nights, right?
Thursday.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thursday
Because
time
like I
slots.
know like the Thursday time slot in like TV shows was like.
The
When you
time.
get there, that was it. You know, like you were at the top of
You
like,
made
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On
That's,
NBC.
Ted Danson time slot. Cool. So Wonder Years. What
Yeah.
else was?
Okay, so then like being up late and being like a child painter.
Yeah.
Like you'd always watch like reruns at night.
Yeah.
And so like MASH was like my joint. Like
Oh,
watching old
really?
episodes of
MASH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
man.
watching like old shows that came out before I was born. You know what I mean? Hearing
You guys
jokes.
still do that, right?
Oh yeah.
Seinfeld, MASH.
Well, MASH was way before
Yeah.
Seinfeld, and it was a completely different type of TV, man.
But like it was almost did the exact opposite, right? Because there was this main character in there named Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And he was almost above the system, right? So he was in the military and he would just do like these hijinks, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like run roughshod. And it was like a bad like
He was a surgeon, right?
yeah.
yeah.
And so like it just made me feel like as a kid, like if I operate with a certain
He had a
in
coolness about him.
Yeah,
And
to
like you
where it
said,
made
he
it
was-
He
feel
was a
like-
rebel.
Yeah.
That's what I remember
Yeah.
most is he was a rebel because I mean like they'd be like, no, we can't operate on this kid. And he'd be like, I don't care. I'm gonna save his life anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a cool show to
It was
watch.
a good show.
So you idolize Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made me like want to be that like Ferris Bueller type character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Was
was
it
a very
Honeycutt?
Ferris Bueller. Well, I guess Ferris Bueller must have taken a lot from them, you
Yeah.
know. So that's why I wear Hawaiian shirts a lot, you know. And he always had like a robe too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like a robe.
Drinking martinis, like
Yeah,
saving lives.
in his tent. Yeah,
Like hooking up with nurses. I was like, if this is the war, this is what I want to do.
this is not what MASH told me it was gonna be like. Oh, what was you had another one too, right?
So this is like bad, but Cops. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah,
Cops Generation.
Yeah.
I think it was more the theme song. Like you heard the Inner Circle song come on, and you're just like, oh,
yeah. You could walk in the room and be like, oh, they're watching Cops. You know, you should boom, dum, 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 dum,
yeah.
dum.
But like, I was always rooting for the criminal. I was like, he's gonna get away this time. Come on.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's funny. Our grandparents used to watch a lot of. I guess our parents in general.
Yeah.
Like it was just one of those shows where like sometimes it was just on TV and. You know, you put it on the background, but it was like it was. I remember like always being on.
Yeah.
So I was watching Cops.
That's the thing about the TV during that time. That's totally different than nowadays. Is you were subject to whatever was being
program.
broadcast.
You didn't have the luxury of just changing whatever you wanted.
I mean, you could
whatever
change
was
the
there.
channels, but like
Whatever was
at
on
the
that channel was
Yeah.
there.
yeah, like okay, this is the most entertaining thing on at this hour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you couldn't be like, oh, I want to watch that other Seinfeld rerun.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, you got to watch the one that's on TV right now or whatever. You know, yeah, those were all good, man. Those were all good.
It's the perfect time and culture, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it was the regulation of like having to be subject to like the people, whereas like nowadays, like you can make whatever you want and throw it out there, and you'll find a
that's true.
niche.
They were like,
or whatever.
They were like, we needed to make sure that we were gonna find it entertaining and it's gonna connect, or otherwise we're not gonna produce it. You know.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like a lot of people are like, yeah, let's produce it. We'll give you a low budget, go make it, and
Everyone's
we'll see
got
if it
a
hits.
thing.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, let's take another quick break, and we'll be back with some more TV shows.
Hey guys, it's El. Just wanted to say thanks for watching the show, and wanted to make sure that you guys remember to rate, review, and subscribe, all three. But now we're adding a fourth one, share. I want you to share it with your friends and family, all right? So again, thanks for checking us out. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and let's get back to it.
Play me a song, piano man. Play me a song tonight.
Have you ever tried to sing the lyrics to a song, but with a different song tune? So if you were really like Piano Man, but in the style of Weezer's Beverly Hills, maybe. Piano Man,
Play me a song.
play me a song tonight. Okay, all right, we're back. Guys, we're back. That was, yeah. All right, cool. We're on the subject of our favorite TV shows growing up. Son of Picasso, Wonder Years was a big one for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
And Cops. And what was the third one again?
Mash.
It was funny. One of our cousins posted. It was the intro, the MASH title, you know.
Yeah.
And the meme. It was a meme, you know. And it was the caption was said like, when you saw this come on TV, you left the room because you knew it was going to be boring. Like you know, like as a kid, you know, like when your parents watch, it's like, this is boring. This is boring TV. You know, that's how it was when we were kids.
There was no like, lasers or animation.
Yeah, there wasn't cartoons. It wasn't, you know, so like MASH wasn't particularly fun for me. But I think you can appreciate it, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate it later on.
See, I don't know. I was a kid, like I loved like anything military. Like, you look at like my clothing line. It's like
that's
heavily
true.
military
You can be very
influenced,
heavily. One of my favorite shows was Even Stevens. I like Shia LaBeouf. The guy's got some problems, certainly with his personal life, and but like
I mean, who doesn't?
We all got problems.
We all got problems, but like that was my jam, Even Stevens, because he was like the funny, goofy, oddball kid, and that's kind of like it, like kind of resonated with me. And like he had a sister who was like, you know,
the
seemed
smart,
like the smart, like always like straight A's and just real like perfect, and like for some reason it just like it resonated with me and like
and
my
your
sister, yeah, my older sister, you know. And so yeah, I like that movie was just, or that show was just full of hijinks and entertainment. It was great. It was a great show, I thought, for kids, you know.
What channel was this?
That was
on?
a Disney,
Disney
Channel.
Channel.
Yeah,
okay.
the Disney Channel, man.
No, that was before or after.
Yeah, it was.
After,
It was a little bit after, but yeah, no. I mean, if you've ever seen it, like, there's sort of like, I think it's got some really good humor. Like, there's certainly like kid humor, but there's like watching it now. There's still stuff that I'm like, that's just good writing and good acting. You know, like it's just funny. You know.
Well, it kind of reminded me of like a G-rated Malcolm in the Middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Because-
I think it might have even. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's probably a good way
Like
to say
a G-rated Malcolm in the Middle, just because there was so much hijinks. I mean, like him and running around with beans.
Yeah.
And
yeah, all of the characters they had.
Beans.
Lewis Beans and Tweety.
Tweety,
Yeah, they were like, it was good. There was really good. It was a really good show.
It was good.
And then my other favorite show growing up was actually The Simpsons.
Oh, there you go.
Now, I never really watched it, so I didn't watch it with family because I was like, okay, it's The Simpsons, you know?
Yeah.
there was
Like,
always-
if your
what do you
parents
know?
let you watch The Simpsons.
Yeah,
you
well,
were
yeah.
like-
So that's why I used to watch it at my grandparents' house because it used to come on every day at 4 p.m.
Oh, you could set your clock by The Simpsons back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was like reruns were on at 4 o'clock, and then I think at like 6 or something. And I was used to like come home from school and you know go sit at the back TV and watch The Simpsons, man.
Grandma's back room.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a lot of jokes that I didn't understand because I was just a kid, but
The Simpsons.
they're freaking hilarious, man. There's some really good episodes, and especially in the early part.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan now of the newer stuff, so.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even watch I haven't even watched the last.
I don't know. The newer
7, 8
stuff
seasons.
is very Family Guy reminiscent.
Yeah.
Like, they try to like
And
do the
it's just-
cutaways.
They kind of like lost their
Yeah.
way, I think. But like the early seasons are great. Like I'm honestly up to like season 14. Like
Favorite
it was-
episode? Which favorite episode?
Oh man, that's really hard.
It's on the spot.
Yeah, I really like the monorail episode.
Okay.
Where the guy comes in and
Yeah.
tells them, "You need a monorail in your town," and they do a whole like musical number, and all of a sudden everyone's like, "Yes!" And then it's like their town is so small, they don't need a monorail, and it's like it's great. It's a great one.
What about you, Wizard?
One of the ones that I remember like actually watching consistently was Bobby's World, and I remember only the beginning, only the fact that it was Bobby's World, and I remember like
I don't
I don't remember
what was-
anything.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't remember that show.
I don't remember anything from it, but I tried to rewatch it,
Uh-huh.
and it was like a weird acid trip. Like I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, the intro. He was like riding a bike through or a tricycle through the house, like all
Yeah.
Shining style, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have
Was
no,
it a cartoon?
Yeah.
It was a cartoon.
Oh okay.
And it had who
I have
Howie-
nothing.
the comedian Howie
Mandel.
Oh, Howie
yeah,
Mandel.
was the voice of Bobby. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is starting to like ring a bell now.
But I
Covered
mean,
memory.
like that's the
Yeah.
thing is like I remember it being one of my favorite shows,
But you don't remember anything.
but I
about
don't
it.
remember any episodes. I have no recollection of it at all.
Just Bobby's World, the
Just
core
Bobby-
memory.
Yeah, this is the weirdest
that's
thing.
it. Not anything about the show, but just Bobby's World.
Yeah, and I think like that spawned this kind of like surrealist or absurdist kind of idea of like I eventually got into like Rugrats
Oh yeah.
and their world and how weird it was. He's
Yeah.
a baby with the was it a flathead screwdriver getting out of things and
Yeah,
Reptar.
Tommy, man. Yeah.
And then what was the other one?
Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. He was a
my-
cat dog.
Oh my God, my kid Cash.
Yeah.
He was watching YouTube the other day, and he was watching conspiracy theories about Rugrats, and like all these things about how there's these different theories of they were all kinds of
They were all dead.
all along
yeah,
or
like you guys
something.
can
Yeah.
all look it
And they're
up.
all-
And,
Yeah,
figments
there's some
of,
weird
uh,
stuff.
we were driving down the road, and he's like, "Dad, have you watched Rugrats before? All on like, and I'm like,
He's got this
yeah. And he
secret.
goes, there's all kinds of hidden stuff in there. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, let me,
Yeah.
okay, tell me.
Probably.
You know, and he's explaining it to me, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that speculate a bunch of stuff about them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
else you got?
What you remember Rocket Power?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rocket-
Do you
that's
remember
what's
Rocket
up.
Power?
Heck yeah.
That was the reason
was-
why I wanted to get into skateboarding for like when I
I
was a
wanted
kid.
to learn how to surf.
I
Like,
wanted
I
to
liked
do all
watching
that
that,
stuff, yeah.
that show with you guys.
It was cool.
I remember
Yeah.
watching that Team Rocket Power.
Team Rocket.
I wanted to be that, man. I wanted to have like a street team going out and freaking just like rolling. You know what I mean?
And that was one of the first cartoons. I remember an ethnic guy in it. They had the Hawaiian
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Remember? And like,
It was like
Tito.
big, yeah.
I think
Well,
his
they
name
had
was
like a big.
Tito
Well, they
or
were all
something like
Hawaiian. They were living in Hawaii.
No, it was California.
I don't think so. I think it's Hawaii.
I'm pretty sure it was California because they had the boardwalk and everything.
wait. So let's just like set the parameters. So Rocket Power, were they like they were
I'm pretty sure
they were
Euro-American.
Euro Americans, right?
No, I don't think so.
They were Hawaiian.
I think so.
If they were, that's cool. But
But nobody knew. That's the thing.
what's their last name?
Their last name was
Reggie-
Rocket.
Reggie Rocket, Otto Rocket.
That sounds very Euro American to me.
Otto.
I really wanted to embrace them as indigenous family, but
That was
had-
Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon had all kinds of good cartoons. Hey Arnold, stuff
Hey
like that.
Arnold.
Yeah.
oh man,
Cat Dog.
the Beavers, Angry
Angry
Beavers.
Beavers.
That was,
Oh yeah.
That was good. That was that like I don't know, golden age in
But-
Nickelodeon.
I think what started it all was Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy, yeah.
Yes.
Ren and Stimpy and Rocco's Modern Life.
Like, have you ever watched some of the old Ren and Stimpys? Like, they're drawn so like crazy good. Like they're like almost look like modern art. Like it's wild.
It's some real Salvador Dali.
Yeah,
kinda
like
stuff.
the artist that drew it was really working through some shit when they were
It's like I got some things.
to put that much work into a cartoon. Yeah.
All right, so you're right. They live in a fictional Southern California beach
Yeah.
community, Ocean Shores. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it does say that.
Can we claim them? Can we?
I think that I read somewhere that they were supposed to be Anglo-Polynesian, so they were like, you know,
Halfers?
yeah, yes, for
They
lack
were
of a-
mixed.
Hey, my kids are mixed too, so that's the way of the world.
Calling them halfers sounds weird.
Yeah, no, I think that they were, yeah, and then like you said, they had like Tito. Tito was for sure like Polynesian, right?
Yeah.
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 I think the thing that like threw everyone off is he kept calling everyone brother, and that's very, Hawaiian, Hawaiian-esque. Everyone brother.
Yeah, and then they had like their white friend Squid.
Squid.
Yeah,
I don't remember what anyone's name was. He was.
there's
He was just Squid.
Raymundo. Remember Ray?
Yeah.
Oswald, but he went by Otto. He was the main guy. I think the sister, her name was Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah. That was a good show. That was a
was
really good
good.
show. What I liked about that show is that it like exactly what it did for me was like
It got
It
It
you
made you
Yeah.
want to skate.
it made you want to get out and do
Yeah.
like
do things.
yeah, you know.
Be a part. I mean, and I think that's what like resonated with me because the fact that like our family was so large, we essentially had our own street crew. Like
Yeah.
the three of us.
Yeah, we could have been Team Rocket, man.
we could have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't want to be that derivative and call ourselves Rocket.
I don't know, but see, that's what it was like in sports for you guys to watch you guys run the mat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like Team Rocket, so to say.
Yeah.
Put whatever name you want to put behind it.
Team
like
Nelson.
watching all you guys like represent like
Yeah.
at that level was cool, man. Like
Yeah.
especially like that many natives at like a wrestling tournament. You
Yeah.
guys definitely stood out. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, those are some good shows.
I was gonna go into Teen Titans, but honestly, there's a lot of controversy over Teen Titans.
And we'll just let that one sit, maybe.
Which one's better? I mean, obviously the old one is better, but
Oh, is that what the controversy is? They have new,
yeah,
new
the
one.
new Teen Titans is like Teen Titans Go versus the Teen Titans,
Yeah.
the grittier.
Well, the OG
angrier ones.
is, you know.
See, I think we need to bring in my son for this because he had a whole conversation about this.
Yeah,
whole-
we don't. Me and him, we don't see eye to eye on it.
Oh, is that what?
I'm fighting with the kid.
Well, you know what, Malachi, we've got a surprise for you. No. Animals and Scandals. John Cena. All right, guys. Hey, that was a good show. Make sure you guys check us out on our social medias. We promise we're getting back into it. We're getting back into gear.
Yeah, and remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram, Facebook, at Off the Reservation.
And comment your 3 favorite.
Yeah, tell us what your favorite shows were.
what
We're
were
interested.
your favorite shows?
Yeah,
Let
We
us
want to
know.
know.
did MASH make it?
Did MASH? I don't know.
Better be up there.
All right, guys, have a good week.
All right, and share it. Remember to share. Sharing is caring. Wait, you didn't bring up Care Bears or nothing like that.
What? I didn't like Care
You didn't like Care Bears?
No.